Hello! Today I will be going through the top 5 things I did that helped me pass Topic 1 as a beginner with only 6 months of self-studying. So I took the 73rd Topic exam in November 2020 and I scored 179 out of 200. Everything that I've used are all free resources. I did not buy any books and I did not go for any lessons or online classes. So if you would like to know more about how I actually passed Topic by myself, then this is the video for you. So please note that I already knew Hangul when I started, so if you don't know how to read Hangul yet, I would definitely suggest spending just 2 weeks maybe familiarizing yourself with the sounds and the alphabets first. Number 1. Vocab. It's so important to have at least a grasp of basic vocabulary before you start learning any grammar. So to make my self-study journey a little bit easier, I started off by learning these high-frequency, commonly used words right at the start. The resource I used here is the 6,000 most common Korean words vocabulary list from topikguide.com. I internalize what I'm learning best when I'm copying and repeating it out loud, so that's exactly what I did. In the cases when there are words that don't translate exactly into English or when there are two very similar words with different nuances that aren't captured in translation, I leave a post-it note behind so that I can research deeper into the meaning of both words whenever I come back to it. Then, after I have internalized all that I've learned, I copy it nicely into a notebook for future reference. For this, I didn't go through the whole 6,000 words and ended up stopping at around 3,000, but that was definitely good enough for Topic 1. Number 2. Grammar. So once I've built a decent vocabulary base, I moved on to learning grammar. I found this intermediate grammar list online and started working myself down the list. So how I did this was to Google each grammar one by one, read through the explanations, example sentences until I actually understood it, and then I copied this out onto an A4 full scrap paper. I included an explanation of the grammar as well as 2 or 3 of the best example sentences that I found there. I just repeated this process and worked through the whole list. Since I was trying to go through as many grammar as I could, the explanation and examples I've listed here aren't as detailed as I want them to be, so that's why I chose to use an A4 paper instead of notebook so that I can slot in additional sentences and examples when I come to it later on. Number 3. Articles. So once I've had a good grasp of vocabulary, I started to read as widely as I could. For this, I went onto Google or Naver and started searching up topics that I was interested in, and based on whatever I found, I'd print an article off and start annotating as I go. It's best to read as widely as possible so that you expose yourself to a very broad range of vocabulary. For blog-style articles, I like to use brunch.co.kr, and for news, I like to use Yonhap News. So I usually annotate my articles by using a different colored ink to underline words I'm not sure of, and then I would go look up the English meaning and write it right on top. So this way, when I'm revising, it makes it a lot easier. Number 4. Writing and free resources. If you are into K-pop, you may or may not already do this. This helped me improve my handwriting, my speed of writing, and also familiarize myself with a lot of new vocabulary. You'll be surprised how much this actually helps. So I usually just copy out the Korean lyrics to the songs that I'm listening to, and then annotate it the same way I do for my articles. I'd also make use of whatever free Korean resource I could find around me. So for instance, my local Korean supermarket provides free magazines. So whenever I'm picking up my groceries, I always remember to take a copy for my practice and reading. I also happen to have 2 books lying around my house, so that was what I used at the start of my Korean learning journey. And finally, number 5, topic test papers. Before you sign up for the exam, I highly recommend that you try at least 2 of these past year papers just to make sure that you're ready. I downloaded mine at topikguide.com, and all of these test papers come complete with the listening audio file as well as the answer sheets, so you can always work yourself through them and then mark yourself. Don't forget to highlight or underline words that you're unsure of so that you can add them into your vocabulary list later on. And there you have it. These are the top 5 things I did that helped me to pass the Topic 1 exams just through self-studying. I hope you found this helpful. For all resources mentioned, I will include the links in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. If there's anything else you want to know or you want to see, please let me know in the comments below. All the best for your Topic exam preparations, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!